Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about accessible healthcare tips. Now, I've spent a lot of time in the hospital with the chronic illness, chronic kidney disease, in the last decade, and I want to tell you a few things. I learned very quickly post my first transplant, and they told me this verbatim. There's no such thing as a stupid question when it comes to medicine, when it comes to medical care. The reality is, doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are simply highly trained people. They don't have all the answers, and nor should they claim to have all the answers. So when I had my first transplant, they said to me, there is no such thing as a stupid question. And I have taken that to heart, and it has saved my life on more than one occasion. Quite literally. Asking what drugs you're taking every time they give you your pills has literally saved my life. Because the reality is, they don't want you to know this, despite all their best efforts, it's the reality. Accident or mistakes happen. And that's just the reality of the beast. Human error, things being put in the wrong patient file, that kind of thing. It does happen. Mistakes happen. But yeah, so I've learned that there's no such thing as a stupid question. The other thing I've learned when dealing with medical anxiety, now, I need to preface this one with, make sure it's a reputable site. Always use a university or Mayo Clinic, something extremely reputable. But go to YouTube. And let's use dialysis as the example, because I just came home from it. Dialysis explained to children. This works for adults too, I do it all the time. Whatever medical procedure explained to children. By putting explained to children after your search, it dumbs down the language, because often they do use actors or use animation to explain medical procedures to children. And in doing that, it dumbs down the language enough for somebody with medical anxiety, such as myself, believe it or not, to hear and understand the information despite the anxiety. It works like a dream, guys. I don't even know how I figured it out, but it's the best thing I've ever done for myself. So I'm trying to share that with you because, honestly, I can go into a procedure knowing 98% of what I should expect, which then leaves me room to actually ask questions that are pertinent to me on that day with that procedure. Like, do you have a Hoyer lift available so I can get on the exam table? I've already ranted about that in a previous video, but anyway. Yeah, so I hope these 2 tips are helpful because I use them in my everyday life, to be honest, and literally, I have a note on my phone that says medical questions for various doctors, and I continuously add to it as things come up, and then I hit them with about 45 questions, no word of a lie, during appointments. But my knowledge is power. That's what I want to say in this. Knowledge is power. So don't be afraid to ask questions. And there's no such thing as a stupid question because everybody's different, and how do we know unless we ask? There's my 2 cents worth for the day. Have a good one. See you Monday. Bye.